this team member's on fire. Does on fire mean that they've got 8 to 10 new customers already? Yeah.
So no, it just means they're in action.
Yeah. So they're creating lots of interest, but not really converting. And so that would probably say that they are probably out there chatting and doing that stuff. So they're doing a great job in that area. But what we want to do is help someone with conversion. And I think there's no better way than to get them to put them in front of you. For me, if I've got a team member that is creating curiosity and they're starting conversations and doing that stuff, then I'm going to acknowledge how freaking awesome they are for doing that. It's awesome. And then I'm like, I'm here to help you though. So what I want to do is be able to help you with the next combo. So trust me on this. And sometimes I have to say this. Like I had a conversation with someone earlier this week and I had to just say, trust me, dude. Trust me. Just say this. You're doing a great job. I love that you've got some curiosity. I love you've got some interest. But please trust me, just set up the message, right? Just set up the message. And then I literally gave them the verbiage to do it. And I'm like, I don't know if they'll do it. We'll see. And, you know, what's exciting is that I probably told him that on Sunday. And finally yesterday, or maybe today, he finally set up the messages. What I know, it's not my job to make him do what he's got to do. I'm going to guide him and I'm going to try to teach someone. But if they're not going to be teachable and they want to go do something another way, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I don't know if it does work either. And so for me, guys, I'm going to share with you guys what I know works. Often people ask me, well, what if I did it this way? I'm like, I don't know, maybe, right? And away you go. So can you just set up a 3-way? Yeah, absolutely. I think they can absolutely set a three-way message up with a potential customer. I think it'd just be on the proviso of this, Jess. If you were my upline, I might just say, hey, Jess, I wanted to introduce you to Karina. Karina's recently taken an interest in the program. Karina, this is Jess. Jess actually introduced me to the program and might be able to help us answer your questions. Or together we might be able to help answer your questions even better. So you're validating why, who the hell are you? You're the person that introduced you to the program. So you're kind of validating all these things. And when you say we're here to help answer your questions, they're like, okay, this is about me. Where if you're like, hey, can I put you in a 3-way? What that actually means, what most people hear when you say, can I put you in a 3-way? Can I introduce you to my mentor? They're like, what they heard you say is, can I bring in the heavy hitter? Can I bring in the sales guy? So you don't ask for permission ever. Ever. I know you guys, some of us like, but yeah, need to ask. No, don't ask for permission. Just make sure when you set up the 3-way message, you validate why you've done it. And it's all about them. I wanted to introduce you to, Karina. Karina's amazing. She introduced me to the program and I felt like together we'd be able to help answer your questions. So you're just validating why you're doing it. Okay. Edify your upline. I don't like the word mentor. Mentors for me, honestly, it's a bit serious and a bit wanky, to be honest. Mentor, like, who are they? Yoda or something, right? It's like, I'm not a big fan of it. I just think it's someone who introduced me to it, who's been a huge support for me. And I felt like together we'll be able to help answer your questions. I like that. Cool. I'm struggling to create relationships with new friends I connect in Facebook groups. Well, to be honest, Deb, I think people are standoffish. And I think you got to be patient with those relationships and just nurture them. And some will come, some won't. And I think my experience, I'm not saying this is you, but sometimes when we get a little bit, I'm not getting enough traction, it's like it's not kind of progressing like I want it to be. There's probably 2 things. Is one, maybe you're being too fluffy, so you're not getting to the point, right? Maybe sometimes you just got to put your big girl panties on and ask the question, right? The other thing is sometimes we're just not having enough conversations. And so therefore the few that don't get the traction that we're looking for become magnified, because there's just not enough conversations going on a daily basis. Now, I'm not saying that is you, because I know that you guys are often in lots of action, which is awesome. But just that would be my, let's say, my hallucination sometimes around this sort of stuff, is that we're not talking to enough people, or we're not kind of, sometimes if you don't know the person, I think it's important to get to the point. If you don't know them, I think it's important that you just stop fluffing about the conversation and get to the point. Be honest. Once they've got back to you, say, hey, one of the reasons I wanted to reach out, I noticed about this about you, and I couldn't help to think that you might be interested in what I do. And then they become curious. Now, if they're a friend, then I think that's odd that you just like, hey, I just wanted to get you. I think that maybe there's good to spend a little bit more time on where you're at and what's going on, and ask some real questions about them. And if you can hear that they're in pain in the areas that this could help, then offer a solution. But be honest. I think, if someone inboxed you and started some random conversation, what would be your perspective? And they keep going on. It's not that if someone inboxed you and just said, hello, how are you, and how do we connect and all that, you'd probably respond. But if they then started asking like 3, 4, 5 random questions over and over, you're like, are they looking through my kitchen window or something? Like, what is going on? Who is this person? Right? So I think sometimes that's when you just want to get to the point with those sort of people. But stop asking random questions sometimes to strangers. They're like, leave me alone. And the other thing is if you keep, like, conversations go on and on and on, the thing is, they think, is this, even if I am interested, is this what I've got to do? Go and have random, week-long conversations with random people. It's like, I might as well go join Tinder. I think they get to the point a lot quicker, from what my mate tells me. Close the deal. They close the deal real quick on Tinder. So I think everyone's up for a sale. Mel, do you want to ask about Tinder? Question.
Okay, so just about that, because that was exactly my question, because with Simon Chan, what we're doing there right now, and he has that really quite blunt, hey, how's it going? I was thinking of you, and are you interested in having a look? So are you saying you're using that on people that you don't maybe really know? Because I do feel a bit like that. I think maybe that's just a better approach for me, to just connect to people that, like, I've just made loads and loads of friends that I have no idea about.
Yeah.
And is it better to just say, hi, how are you? And then they come back maybe, or they maybe not, and then just go with that?
Look, personally,
message?
I always think, how would I feel? So if I open a message up and it just had this big spiel about, hey, I've got this thing and I wanted you to have a look at it, and I don't know if I'd like that. I think at least if you're going to bump into someone in a coffee shop, at least you'd say hello first. Right? You aren't like, hey, Mel, you wouldn't be like, hey, girl, how are you? What gets you at the coffee shop? Oh, by the way, I've got this thing and blah, 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 blah. You'd be like, whoa, hello. Like, and it's easy to say, well, that was really genuine, right? But I think if you say, hey, how are you? How's your day? And then you say, yeah, I'm good, thanks. Thanks for asking. And then it might be like, hey, you look like someone who's, into health, or you look like someone like blah, blah, blah. And I'm not sure.
Then I'm just a little bit confused about where we're building the relationships. You know how, like, I don't know, before I was under the impression it was all about, becoming their friend, almost like building that relationship, which is really hard work, because I've got so many conversations.
Totally.
I am losing my head.
Yeah, I think if they're a stranger to you or not very familiar with you, I think it's good to kind of cut to the chase a little more.
Yeah.
If they are a friend, then just friend them. Like, just build on the friendship and then ask the deeper questions. Because if they're a friend or someone that you've known from years ago, then to take a genuine interest in them is genuine.
Yeah.
You know, where you're like, who are you? If you got not like, it's like, so
yeah, I get it. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. But I think, you know, I see people do, like, I've had the experience where, you know, people send just, you can tell it's just a copy and paste message in your inbox, you know, MLM people. And I'll often say, hey, dude, thanks for your message. Is this how you're building your network marketing business, doing this? I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know, is it working? Is this what you're getting taught to do? Why are you doing network marketing? What's attracted you to it? I'm going to get curious back on them. You know, from what I've learned, inboxing people like,
I don't want to take up all your time, but I got a message the other day from someone else who's obviously doing another MLM.
Yeah.
Beauty products. She never met her before, don't even know how we became friends. She sent me a voice message with the whole normal sort of spill.
Yeah.
It was really lovely though. She did really well. And I just thought, wow. I mean, I don't know if I was receptive to it because I'm in the business. I'm not sure. But I found nothing about it weird, I guess. I was just wondering your opinion.
I like voice messages. I agree. Sometimes, I remember an experience with a guy who does network marketing, and I actually think I was on my way to Shane and Jess's, and a guy had we'd friended each other somehow, and then he just like messaged me and like voice messaged me and say, hey Adam, I just noticed we connected. Thanks for accepting my friend request. Hey mate, love what you're into. You seem like you're motivating, inspiring people. It's awesome. I just thought I'd send you a quick voice note, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right, it was just nice. It was like, wow, it's like a quick rapport builder right there.
Yeah.
So the same with birthday messages. You know, sending people birthday voice messages or even a birthday video message. Like to just say, hey mate, I just thought I'd say happy birthday. Hope you've been well. What's been going on? Happy birthday for tomorrow. Hope you have an awesome day. What do you got planned? And give me a video and people are like, wow, that was nice. Right?
Yeah.
And it's those little things, guys, I'm telling you, that it's like people that are in your, like Laurie and Cameron, I'm telling you this, is that Laurie and Cameron is defriending more people than he's friending. Defriending more people than he's friending. If he goes through his Facebook and he hasn't interacted, or if he's messaged them and they've never messaged him back, he's like, out, you're out. Defriend and add some new ones. Almost he just wants to up the quality of his friend list.
Yeah.
So he's like, if you're interacting, you get to stay. If I've messaged you to say hello, if I've sent you a birthday message and you never responded to it, you know, something like that, he's like, you're out. They're never going to join my team. If they can't even say thanks.
How many hits will you go before you defriend?
Well, maybe he might do a couple of follow-ups and then they don't do anything. He's just like, you're out. And then because he knows that he wants to make sure that his feed is of quality, right? That the people that are on his feed are of quality. The people that he's when he is doing a post, that the people that he wants to see his post are seeing his post. Remember algorithm, guys, in Facebook, social media, if you're posting, only a small percentage of your friends actually see your post. You want to be careful who your friends are.
But did he do that while he was building the business?
Well, he's building it now.
I know, but before the 100.
I think he's learned a lot. If you asked him again, he'd say, yep. I only want good people. I want to be selective. If people are just flat out not interested, defriend, move on. If they can't even message him back, he's like, are they really worth to be on here?
Yeah.
Like, get out of my way. I want to find some people that are hungry to do this. Unless you guys are on Facebook because, I don't know, because you want everyone, like, that's how you can, like, there's going to be people that you, I think there's going to be people that you're going to have on your Facebook because you are just genuine friends with and you're doing the thing. But I don't know, you guys, I don't do social media for my friends have got my mobile number. Yeah. My Facebook is, honestly, I Facebook for me, and there's not many Gen Ys here. So Facebook for me is a business tool. It's not where I talk to my friends. I talk to my friends through my mobile and we get together like human beings used to. No Gen Ys here, sort of. Maybe there's, but you guys know what I mean.
Thanks.
Any other questions?
I think Kathy had one.
Kath?
Yeah, hey, Adam. Thanks for tonight. This was just so helpful. I'm just going to be defriending some people. That was very helpful. Thank you. I've just got a couple that I'm catching up with on Thursday night. I've known these guys for a few years now, and we've become kind of associates. It's not close friends or anything.
Yeah.
Invited them to see the business. They actually came to your live event last year when you come to Newcastle. Wasn't the right time for them. Just held the space, kept the relationship, but now they're ready to build their business. They've had a couple of past experiences from other companies where they haven't had their cool shades on, as I've experienced as well. And the high I personality in me that wants to have a party, get together and have some fun, yeah, let's catch up. And I just didn't go straight into a three-way conversation.
Yeah.
I really wanted to build that relationship, but I'm pretty certain that they're going to be asking me about getting on the product, how do they get started, etc. What would you suggest now that I've actually created that catch up with Nick and her husband?
Well, I certainly have. When was the last time you sat down with them and asked them just about, what is it that they're looking for and why are they looking for that? And, what would they love this ultimately to be? When was the last time you asked them that?
Yes, I haven't done that yet. And
that's what I would do. This is a really good example. So I think, guys, if you're kind of caught unawares or you're about to walk into a meeting with someone and you're like, I should have my upline here, but I don't, blah, blah, blah. The thing is, you don't want to get caught up in questions, right? You don't want to turn into a Q&A session. What you want to do is the only question asker should be you, right? So you should be the question asker. So tell me about you, like what's going on with you guys and what would you love this to be? And ultimately, what do you see this as, short-term, long-term? What income would make a difference? And then share stories. This is why I love it. What I learned from the past. I think what resonated with me about this was this, and in the past, maybe blah, 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 which you've got your own story around that, Kath. So, your stories are the most powerful thing. The guys that are teaching us how to do it have created this amazing system, and it's not about hunting people down, and that's what I love. And certainly once we if this is something that resonates, to plug you guys into that and show you guys how you can do this elegantly, it's what I love. And it's those stories that people are like, wow, this sounds awesome, blah, blah, blah. Now they're going to be like, so how do we get started? How do we get started? You might be saying, look, probably the first step is get you into the program, get you onto the products. It can certainly help you do that. And then we should organize a time to catch up. And I'd love to introduce you to one of my, support people, the people that I'm working with and doing that. Would you be okay we do that?
Cool. That's awesome. Thanks so much for that.
It's about vision, guys, vision and stories. When you get caught in conversations, when you're like, oh my God, they want to get stuff out of me and I know I shouldn't, I don't want to get caught up in a Q&A session. And then you just go down a rabbit warren that you never can come out of, right? And sometimes, it's easy for them to get it's easy for them to, my thing, like, what's your outcome for the night? And I think the outcome is to help them build a little bit more vision, a little bit more belief and hope that maybe this thing could be what they want it to be. And that's not about convincing them with all the facts. Like if they want to know more about the product, share why you love it. Since I've been taking it, this is what's happened to me. But if you want, I'll send you some more like the sciencey. Do you guys like the sciencey stuff? Is that what you're asking for? Awesome. I'll send you some stuff around that. Don't get caught up in trying to, be the science expert. One is, even if you can, is that they'll look at you and go, I can't do what she's doing. You guys think about this. When people are looking at this business, they're often asking themselves two questions. Do I want what she's got? Do I want what this is about? And could I see myself doing this? That's what they're asking themselves. do I want what this has to offer? And could I do what you're doing right now? And if you are being like some expert and just reeling off all these facts, right? The problem is most people are like, I can't do what she's doing. You know, someone said to me even the other day, they're like, you know, someone reached out and said, oh, Adam, I've got this guy who's interested in the business. Like they're like 4 or 5 deep from my personal business. I don't care if they were 10 deep. I'm there to help anyone in our team. There's no doubt about it. And often people are outside our team, but you guys get priority, right? But they said, oh, I've got this guy prospect and, you know, I'd love to put him in front of you. And I said to them, look, I would love to be on that call. But if I'm honest, this isn't duplicatable. So if it means that every male prospect that comes into the business, I have to be on the call, none of us are going to grow a good business. So I want to serve for the mission of what we are. Unless this is duplicatable, I don't know if I can put my hands up. And I wouldn't be serving you by getting on the call. So I want you guys to understand that I get on calls with girls and I get on calls with guys. And women can sign up men. Because it's not about what you're going to say to him. It's about what questions you ask him. It's about what could this be? What resonates? What could this be short term? What could be this long term? What would put a smile on your face? You know, they've got the answers inside them. And I think that's what you've got to understand, guys. When you make it about them, then this thing gets a whole lot easier. Amanda, I know you might have a new teamie. Your new German girl, has that progressed forward well? Tell me about that.
I haven't spoken to her yet. I haven't spoken to her, so but possibly.
Since our last chat?
Pardon?
You haven't touched base with her since our last chat?
No.
Why not?
Talk to her tomorrow anyway, so
Okay,
I didn't want to push it. She kind of seemed like she wanted to have a think about it, have a chat with her boyfriend, so I wasn't really, I don't know. And because I see her every week anyway.
Yeah. Okay, great. Where do you see her?
She cleans our house.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So she's here every week.
So you'll see her tomorrow?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And so I want to say this. You're never, ever pushing anyone, girl, by following them up.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
You actually are not being responsible by not following them up.
Okay.
Yeah? Tell me how you could be pushy by following her up.
I don't know. Well, she said she wanted to think about it, and I didn't want to be like forcing her to kind of make a decision, and then.
Can I ask you this?
Mm.
Were you planning on forcing her to make a decision?
No.
Okay, great. So you were never going to be pushy.
I guess not. No.
But staying top of mind, right?
Yeah.
Is what following up's about.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we've all got lots of stuff going on, and if we all let people to their own devices, most people will end up in the same place they were today in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And I think, and this might be again my hallucination, I'm going to guess this pushy thing shows up a little bit in your business.
Probably.
I want to reach out to them, but what will they say? And I don't want to be pushy. And Amanda, you don't know how to be pushy, girl. Maybe Jason would argue that, right? But,
Possibly.
yeah, I'm sure, buddy. But the thing is, I want to say to you, if you stay here and not here, you can never be pushy.
Yeah.
And I want to be honest, that girl, you could change her life.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you're going to let your worries of how you'll feel if you followed her up and she said no get in the way of helping her.
Yeah.
So I want to encourage you that I think even if in a work environment, it's not the best time to be asking her anyway. The reason why I say that is that she's cleaning your house. And you're going to make the follow-up, oh, I'm going to clean her house, and now she's going to ask me that awkward question around Juice Plus again, right? It's like, I don't know if I can clean the house anymore because she's going to like ask me about Juice Plus. But if you kind of keep it separate, if you keep it separate, then you keep the relationship more professional as well.
Yeah.
Right? You don't blur the lines. When she's there to clean your house, she's there to clean your house, not to prospect on it.
Yeah. Okay.
And you almost set those boundaries. You almost say, babe, I wanted to follow you up today because I don't want to annoy you when you're here at work. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. Like I'm here. I just want to do the right thing and touch base and see how you go. And if there was anything else that I could provide you with since our last chat, how are you feeling about it? Like, it's just like, can I help you with anything else? And what I know is that you're a lover, girl. I know you want to help everyone. So what if following up was more about helping people? And by you not following someone up, you actually aren't serving them in any way at all. I want to, and I know I'm not just talking to Amanda when I say this. When you guys don't follow people up, I'm telling you, you're making it about you and not about them. And when you start to make this business about you and how you'll feel, about your success, how successful you'll be, then that's when this thing doesn't go anywhere, because people can feel that. It's really, really powerful when you get that.
Yeah.
So just, it takes 5 seconds of courage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, do it. So tonight, guess what?
Follow up.
Yeah. Actually, not tonight. Is that your phone you're on?
Laptop.
Okay, great. Where's your phone? Okay, do it now. What are you going to write?
What can I write? How about?
I want to say this. If any of you guys have got a phone right now that you're not on, I want you guys to get your phone. Get your phone. Don't just look at me. Get your phone, find one follow-up, and follow it up. There you go. Who doesn't have a follow-up? No one ever said that. No one ever said, oh, no, I don't have any follow-ups, Adam. The only person that said I don't have a follow-up is the one that never reached out to anyone. We all have follow-ups, guys. Honestly, I'm still like, gee, over the last week, I had a trainer that used to work for me. He was on the event tonight, and I didn't even know he was watching me. And, you know, he reached out to me last week and said, dude, tell me more about this Juice Plus thing. I'm in. And he was, you know, so you don't know who's watching you. You know, I think, man, if he's reaching out, and he's a guy that reached out, if I can share with you guys a little bit of that, like he kind of, when he left our business, it was kind of this, it was just uneasy. It wasn't a great finish to our relationship. And, you know, for him to have the courage to reach out and say, hey, I love what you guys are doing, and I'm sorry for whatever happened in our relationship. And, you know, I really want to know what you guys, I'm interested in what you guys are doing, is we're ready for the next phase of our life. It's a big deal. And I think to myself, wow, if he had the courage, how many other people are watching you that you haven't reached out to or haven't followed up and you forgot about them? And that had my mind thinking, man, I need to sit down and do an audit on all the people that I could follow up. Just fallen off the conversation. Have you written it?
I've written it.
Have you sent
Can
it?
you give me, no.
Okay, this is like an actual doing activity.
Can I read it to you first?
Yeah, great.
All right. So I said, did you have a chance to chat to Danny about our chat with Adam last week? Are you ready to get started, or do you have any more questions that we could help with?
Okay, great. That is a little bit pushy. Good job. Go to the chat. So what I don't want you to ask is, are you ready to get? I don't want you to ask, are you ready to get started?
All right.
So I might, and the first one I might just say, hey girl, hope you had a great weekend. Just, you know, hey girl, hope you had a great weekend.
I was trying to write it quickly.
I love how direct you are. right, we're going to follow up. Let's do this. You ready to get started? Let's do it. It's good. So you did a good, by the way, you did a really good job. Just a couple of little things that I'd be like, so I might just do, hey, how are you? Hope you had a great weekend. Hey, babe, I just wanted to do the right thing and touch base. I know you guys were going to have a chat. I was just wondering, is there anything else that you would like me to send over to help you with whatever you want to look into a little bit more around Juice Plus? It might be just something as simple as that. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one, Jess. I like it. Just the whole, hey, sorry, I haven't followed you up. Are you waiting a week till you follow them up after you've sent a link, Jess? A week?
I usually follow up with the, hey, sorry, I haven't followed you up, either like that week or maybe the next week. But then again with the same one of, oh, by the way, you have questions, is when they totally avoid even mentioning link, or they're like, oh, I watched the first 10 minutes, we didn't watch the rest. And then they talk about niceties. So I add the niceties and then I'm like, cool. So once you finish the video,
yeah,
you have questions, when do you want to catch up? Because otherwise what happens, and what happened to me, was we end up going off on this big long conversation for the next 6 months, and then they end up becoming someone else's team. No.
Yeah. Well, we all need to learn that lesson sometimes, right? Like, honestly, guys, you don't follow someone up and then you notice them join another team and you're like, oh my God, they joined someone else's team. I'm telling you, the only person that's responsible for that is you, right? You. They joined someone else's team because you didn't follow them up, right? Just see it as a gift. When someone goes and joins another team and you've spoken to them, see it as a gift. One is maybe you did all the stuff. So you say, okay, how can I become more attractive? That more people want to join my team. Do I need to get more certain? Do I need to get, do I need to reach out to more? But I don't know what that is, right? So I think the thing is, my thing is I probably wouldn't wait a week to follow someone up after the link. I probably want to touch base with them within about 3 days about, hey, sorry, like I would still apologize, like do the whole, oh my God, sorry, I haven't followed you up till now. I love the verbiage around that. I've been super busy growing the business, helping new customers, how's things going, blah, blah, blah. And then I might just lead into, hey, love to catch up over the next I've got a little bit of time the next couple of days when might be a good time. I'm never going to ask them if they've watched the link ever. I'm not even going, once you've watched the link, we should catch up. I don't even want to say that. I'm just like, we're going to catch up for another chat, right? Once I've organized a time to chat, this is my opinion, okay? I'm just sharing my opinion. Once I've organized a time to chat, then I'm going to ask them, oh, by the way, did you ever get a chance to watch that? Did you end up watching the video that I sent you? If they haven't, and you're like, that's all good. There's no doubt if you get a chance to watch it before we get together on Thursday at 10 a.m., that will certainly help, certainly save us a little time, and we can kind of be talking about the next phase from what you've seen. Okay, so you're just kind of re-guiding them. Then they've got kind of like a deadline, like, oh shit, we're catching up Thursday, 10 o'clock. I should find some time. And you might even on the Wednesday say, hey babe, hope you had an awesome day. Looking forward to catching up at 10 a.m. Awesome if you get to watch that video if you get a chance. Just give them a little nudge again. They're like, yeah, I watched it. You're like, awesome, you rock. See you at 10 o'clock tomorrow. All right, so just doing that. Kathy asked something. What about the people you've sent an event to, but they haven't seen your message? Then I would just pop it up. Hey girl, not sure if you saw my message. I just want to make sure you didn't miss it. So remember guys, if you message in the message, it goes to the top of their feed. Even if you think like it looks like they haven't seen it and you can see they haven't seen it, just say, I'm not sure if you saw this message. Right? Just, it goes to the top of their feed. And if you guys set up a 3-way message with an upline and your upline doesn't see it and you notice it a day later, it's your job to keep an eye on the prospect, right? Don't leave it up to your upline. Don't leave it up to me. I'm telling you, I'm not going to I got enough enough things to track other than your prospects as well. So my thing is if your upline doesn't see the message, then you just do a little nudge, which might just say, hey, Adam, I'm not sure if you saw this message, or whoever you upline that you did. It'll go to the top of their feed again. If they don't see it again, hey, Adam, just want to make sure you didn't get eaten by a gorilla. I did see a report on the news that someone got eaten by one. I just want to make sure it wasn't you, right? It's just like, oh, I'm funny. No, I didn't. Okay, just have some fun. Jess, good girl with a hand up.
I just got a response back from the follow-up I just did.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I've said when's better to catch you, day or evening. She said, I'm pretty heavily booked this week. Haven't watched the video, got distracted. So it's kind of like, oh, I'm busy and I also haven't watched the video. Do I do a takeaway of, oh, that's cool, Hannah. If it's not for you, it's not for you.
Right, how about early next week?
Early next week. All right, cool.
So just say, hey, babe, that's all good. How about early next week? Would Monday or Tuesday be better for you?
Thank you.
Cool? Yeah. I think it's easy, like, oh, they're like, no, she just said she's busy this week and she hadn't had a chance to watch the video. That's cool. Let's make it Monday or Tuesday. This is awesome. Did anyone else do a follow-up? Did anyone get a response? Amanda, did you tell you to piss off and stop being pushy? Okay, good. No one ever is going to. You're a good girl. You got this. Yeah. It's a really good coaching opportunity. I'm sure you're not the only one on here. Thank you for being vulnerable and real around this. You know, I think this whole thing about, oh my God, what will people think? I don't know. You tell me what they'll think if they keep living the life that they are for the next 20, 30 years. How will they think? They'll think, why the hell didn't you follow me up?
Thank you for the coaching on the follow-up.
That's okay. My pleasure, as long as you don't make sure the coaching resonates and sits. I'm happy to coach anyone.
No, it's good. It's perfect. Yeah. She just replied.
Oh my God, what'd she say?
She's been away. She just got back today. She'll text me tomorrow. So
amazing.
Thanks for everything.
No.
She said thanks for everything. And I say thank you also for everything.
And honestly, this girl's a rock star. Potentially, right? Potentially, if she does decide to get on board, she certainly seems like, you know, could be anything. She looks like Olivia at Charlotte Measures.
She's fucking amazing.
Yeah. I know. Huh?
She really is amazing.
Jason didn't pick her as the cleaner. I hope not.
No, I picked her. But
wow, I wish my wife could pick a cleaner that looks as gorgeous as her. I'm joking.
I would never be allowed to pick that cleaner.
No. You're not meant to agree. You're meant to say she's ugly too, by the way. Anyway. It's obviously gone M-rated. It's after 8:30. Jess?
I just wanted to share something with the rest of the team that's really helped me, because I noticed, look, I still feel nervous, and sometimes when I'm sending out PMs or when I'm sending out a link or when I'm doing a follow-up, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. So sometimes it's because, and I love that Simon Chan pointed this out when we're at No BS, No Hype, that it's because we're running in our mind a negative response of what are they going to think of me, or maybe they're going to say no. So what I've found really helps for me is to catch myself in those moments and go, what if this is the person that changes their life? What if this is the next Adam and Kira? What if this is, they say yes and they absolutely love it and I get a message in a year about how incredible this has been. Okay, now I can set, then I'm like, now I can send it. I'm good.
I love it.
So that's really helped me.
I love it. Are you asking Amanda? Karim? What did you send her, Amanda?
My message was...
Are you going to sign up or not, bitch? You didn't say that? No, okay, good. What did you really say?
I said, I hope you've had a great week so far. Just wanted to do the right thing and check in and see if there was anything else you needed me to send through after our chat with Adam last week. XO.
Oh, amazing.
Bit different to the first one.
Yeah. And the thing is, even where she's at, Amanda, and she might have some more questions, then don't be afraid to do another call. Like, hey,
Yep.
I'd like to catch up for another chat. When would be another good time to do that?
Okay, cool.
And don't be afraid to reach out to your uplines and say, hey, I'm going to do another call with that girl or whoever, and you know, you're around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cool. Thank you.
my pleasure. And we're in Newcastle. We'll be in Newcastle. So you guys know, Wednesday the 9th, is it, Kathy? Let me check. I know there's a few of you guys in Newcastle, so I'll quickly let you guys know.
8th. Wednesday's the 8th of August.
Okay, so we're doing an event in Newcastle on Wednesday, the 8th of August, the night of Wednesday, the 8th. And then we'll also be doing, hopefully, as long as we can find a great venue, on Saturday, 11th, we'll be doing an event and training Saturday morning, and then an event around lunchtime before we have to leave. You guys are going to have in Newcastle, so this will be appealing to Central Coast people also to come to it. You guys are going to have myself, Linda, Ange Simpson, and Brian Marsh all at those events. So it'll be pretty powerful.
11.
I think that's
So
what he's-
the 8th and then the 11th. And Kathy Feenan will be there.
Party!
Freestyle Customer Recruiter of the Year. So, yeah, it'll be awesome. Any other questions? Jay, I know you're new here. Did you have any questions tonight?
Yeah, thanks. I guess I've been jotting down a bunch of notes because I'm very, very new. I've spoken to Scott and I've spoken to Kathy. I think for me, it's just a matter of, should my next step just be following up with Scott directly and just saying, hey, I want to try the product. I want to get the basics for how to get the business going, and just take it from there.
Yeah, look, my thing is, and I would say maybe you guys want to write down this, like, let's use you as an example, Jay, and we can kind of just bring it to life straight away. If you're at a stage now where you're like, okay, I'm ready to get started, you know, what are the next steps, right? My thing is that I always say that when someone's getting started, there are 3 simple steps in the beginning. Step 1 is get on the products. Now, guys, you could be writing this down, because when someone's like, okay, I'm ready to get started, what next? Then you can kind of you can be passing this on to someone, right? So we're going to kind of do this with Jay. So we're going to do this lifetime. So step 1 is get on the products, get in the program. Obviously, helping you build belief around the program and the product is really important, because the thing is with Juice Plus, you actually don't have to be ordering the product every month to stay in the business, but it's certainly hard to recommend something that you're not using yourself. The cool thing about Juice Plus, we actually only have 3 products. So we have a micronutrient product, which is the fruit, veg, and berry capsules. We have a macronutrient product, which is the plant-based protein powder. And then we have a healthy fats product, or a healthy omega product, which is a plant-based omega. So ideally, if you're serious about the business, if you're serious about getting the best health results, then I would recommend that you get on all 3 products. Once you order your products, which Scotty can send you the details that he'll need to process that, then he can submit it. He can add you to the program. You can get familiar with the program. Obviously, you're going to share this as you go. The second step is, if you haven't watched the game plan video, which I think, from what I understand, Kathy may have already sent you this video. So the game plan video just teaches you initially how we get paid. And if I'm honest with you guys, if you understand the game plan video, it's about understanding it and then going and doing it, and then teaching other people how to do that as well. Like, that's all our business is, if I'm honest with you guys. It's learning how to get to SDVF and then move on to sales coordinator. And then it's about teaching other people how to do what you just did, and then teaching them how to teach other people, and then go and do the second step again, teach another person how to do it, and teach them how to teach someone else. If that's all our business is, I know you guys want to complicate it, but that's all it is. And keeping it simple is really cool. So go and watch that video. In that video, Jay, if you watch the one I've put together, I literally map out and show you how to potentially put the first $2,000 to $4,000 back into your bank account in the first 60 to 90 days. And I want to say this also, for you guys that have been here for a little while, you can do a restart and have another crack at these bonuses, okay? So don't think they're never on the table for you guys. You can do that in good time. So the third step is registering your franchise. Now, we actually don't need to register your franchise straight away. And this is a good point for everyone to know, to kind of get this, is what we're going to do is we're going to get your franchise details. So to register your franchise here in Australia, it's $165. Are you an Australian resident? You don't sound like an Australian, but I think you live here, right?
I am a resident as of last May, so I'm good.
Oh, good on you, mate. So welcome to Australian. So
gotta work on my mates, though. That's all.
Mate. So what we'll do is we'll grab your franchise details. Okay, to register your franchise, it's a whole $165 to do that. You get your own Juice Plus website. You get your own Juice Plus virtual office. Therefore, you'll be able to process any orders. Now, we won't actually activate your franchise until we have your first customer ready to go, or it's the end of the month that you ordered your products. We want to make sure that we register your franchise in the same month you order your products, for the reason being is you're going to get money back on your own products if we do that, and you're going to get the points that are associated with your order. Okay? So I just want to say this again. Whichever comes first. If we find a customer before the end of the month, then we need to register your franchise so then we can process your first customer in it. If we don't have your first customer before the end of the month, then we need to register it before the new month rolls over. So your order goes towards your franchise and you'll get money back on your order. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Great. You're smarter than me because it didn't when I first heard that. So, so that's the first 3 steps. Now, as a bonus step, and I like to give people bonus steps. If you're kind of like a bit of a go-getter and like, I want to share this with people and I think I've already thought of some people, all that stuff as a bonus step, I don't want you to talk to anyone yet. Is that okay?
Okay.
I don't want you to talk to anyone about this yet. I know you want to. I know I wanted to when I first saw this. I'm like, I've already thought of people. And I didn't listen to this advice. And so I vomited all over my brother. And to this day, he still doesn't want to know anything about it. So my advice is that maybe there is some people you've thought of. So I would go away and think about this. There are 2 distinct areas that this business appeals to. There's one side of it, which is health related. So maybe there's some people you've already thought that might be interested in improving their health, like more energy, losing weight. Maybe they've got some health challenges, blah, 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 whatever it is. I want you to just go away and write down 5 people on a piece of paper. And then I also want you to write another column, and I want you to think about 5 people that this might help from a financial perspective or a lifestyle perspective. Think about the reasons why this business appeals to you, and maybe think of who else do you know that this might appeal to. And then what I'm going to encourage you to do, once you've ordered your products and you're in the program and you've sent through the franchise details and you've watched the game plan video, then I'm going to suggest that we then organize another time to get together. Okay, whether it's with Scott, myself, one of your upline, and then we can kind of start to talk about, okay, one is, how do I share this with the people that I'm thinking of in a way that they get that I'm trying to help them, not hunt them? And there's an art to that, right? As we probably know. Like, there's a way you do this, and there's a way you definitely don't do this. The way you don't do this is say, you should get on the products and support me do the business. I heard someone did this the other day, and I'm like, oh, you didn't really say that, did you? And they're like, yeah, I did. And I'm like, people are not buying the product just to support you in the business. Like, some people might if they really love you, but that's making it about you and not them. So I want to encourage you that we're here to teach and help you and teach you what we know. So do those first 3 steps. Write down a few people's names that you think of. And then once you've done that, I know we're in a group message now because Kathy so kindly set that up today. Then I want you to message in that message and say, all right, I've done the first 3 steps. And then we can organize another chat. Now, can I ask you, are you someone who's just going to go and get this done in the next 24 hours, or are you just going to get this done when you get it done?
I'm usually one, I'll take all my notes and then I'll do it relatively quickly. Yeah.
Awesome. So by the end of the week?
Yeah, I mean,
Awesome.
now that I got it all jotted down, it's just a matter of I've already figured I knew the product was first. I've watched the game plan video, so I'm good
Awesome.
there. So
Yeah.
it's really just the franchise piece.
Awesome. So I'm going to send you the details in our little group message. I'm going to send you the details that Scotty's going to need for your own order. And then I'm also going to send you the options so you can pick one of the packs that probably best suit. If you can get on all 3 products, I certainly recommend.
Right.
But you'll be able to see the options there. And then I'm also going to send you the franchise details also. Now, we're not actually going to activate your franchise straight away, but it's always good to have those details ready to go if you do have your first customer sometime soon. And I'm going to get Scotty. Now, this is the bonus thing, guys. Now, guys want to learn this one, right? When I've got a new team member about to get started, I'm going to talk about how I'd love to celebrate Jay coming and joining this mission and what I'm excited about helping him do, right? What he's looking for, excited about it. So I'm going to do a post and I'm going to share the benefits that he's looking for what this business could be, right? Without, his boss finding out that he's working on an exit strategy and they give him the sack. That's not what we're doing. So you're not like writing a post, can't wait to help this guy get out of his shitty job. And, you're not doing that. You're just like looking forward to linking arms with this guy in a new little side hustle to help him generate an extra stream of income so he can travel more or whatever it is that he's looking for, right? So this is the thing, guys, that will not only help Jay create some curiosity around him, because I'm going to tag him in it or whoever does the post, but also the people that are in your community that are looking for the same benefits, they're going to get curious about how are you helping someone do what you're doing. This is really powerful. Now, if you guys haven't done this up until now, over the next month, you guys could slowly drip this through your feed. You could reach to your team over the last people that you've started maybe over the last couple of months, and you could say, would you be okay if I kind of did this type of post? About doing, if you've got a photo with them, I like to do a selfie because it's kind of like we're on together, we're doing that. So I did, like tonight, I'm not sure if you guys saw on the event tonight, I had Dan Maloney was on it. Daniel Maloney, he's actually an old trainer, and I took a little selfie with him. He was on the computer. I'm there holding it. I'm just doing one of these ones. Like, oh, let's do a selfie. And then I'm going to do a post about how I'm excited about linking arms with him and helping him generate an extra side hustle income. People around are going to be like, what are you doing? Some of the old gym community are like, what are you doing Juice Plus with Adam for? Like, some know what we're doing, right? They're going to be like, are you really doing Juice Plus? But it's going to start to create. And the thing is because I did the post, I can manage the comments, right? So I can also manage the neg ferrets. So if someone negative kind of wants to comment, like if he's got a mate who's negative, then I can kind of manage the negativity as well. So I can delete the comment. Like I just see someone negative, I'm like, neg ferret, get out. Like neg ferret, get out. Like just, I can manage the first one. The same with a new customer, right? Looking forward to helping you get this on the doorstep. If you guys have got a new customer, you do a fun little post, super excited. You got to ask their permission. You okay that I do a fun post? I like to inspire people around us to make, those health changes. And I'd love to just do a fun little post about inviting you into the program and getting in your exciting little parcel on the doorstep. And, I'd love to share just a little bit about that. And so people, away you go. I have a new teamie that wants Scott to create a post. Yeah. Awesome. So you have a new teamie, Kath?
Yeah, so she actually came up and she met you at the live event Wednesday, and Kim
she's
Reed.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, and I think she wanted some photos with you as well. She got some photos with you.
Yeah.
So she was asking me, how she could go about making this post that you're talking about.
Yep.
And I think I have to reach out to Scott pretty much and see if he can tag Kim into a
No, you
post.
do the
Is that
post.
right?
You do the
I
post.
do the post?
You do the post. You're
Okay,
her upline, right?
Yeah, with Scott?
No.
Oh, because she asked if she could do one with Scott, not
Well,
me.
it'd be nice, but
Scott's more important.
no, you're freaking awesome. Most people, believe it or not, most people don't know who Scott is. You guys know who Scott is, right? But most people don't. So, and what is the purpose of it? The purpose is to, one, show your community that you're helping people around you, and this might people that are looking for the same thing. Like, a couple of years ago when I was recruiting lots of people personally myself, I was always doing that selfie, and I'm like super excited about helping this mom generate an extra income from home and showing her how to do that. Super excited about helping this girl travel more. Like, it's those sort of things. Then people started to inbox me and say, how are you helping mums create an income from home? How are you doing that, Adam? And then I'll be like, oh, why do you ask? And they're like, because I'm a mum and I want to create an income from home. And you're like, oh, let's chat. Like, blah, blah, blah. So that, like, use it to your advantage. Cool? So you do the post. Jess?
Hey, Ads. The follow-up or the invite of, hey, like I was chatting to Adam and he's a PT and he used to have gyms, but now he's crushing life and he's doing this and this and this. So I thought of you. Is it something you want to have a look at? So I did that, and the response was, what is Adam's name? So I was like, oh, it's Adam Westwick. Do you know of him? And he's like, never heard of him. And that's it. Like, no other comment or anything. Like, how, like, do I just go back and go, well, do you want to look? Or
So you said to him, say it again, what was the reach out?
I was at catch up on the weekend and was chatting to this switched on guy, Adam. He was a PT and gym owner. Now he's crushing life, being able to spend more time with his family, traveling and golfing. Can't say I get excited about golf though. It made me think of you. I couldn't help but think what he's doing could help your clients and even be amazing for you too. It may or may not be for you. Would you be willing to take a look?
Yeah. The thing that I would have liked to hear is more about the benefit of what it could be for him. Like, yes, his client's awesome, but what it could really be for him. Like, couldn't help but think that it might be a great way to help you generate an extra stream of income in and around what you're already doing. Right? And then he's kind of like, who's Adam? He's like, Adam Westwick. He's like, who the hell's he? Who cares? And you're like, oh, I thought you might have heard of him, but can I ask you? And then it's like, oh, that's all good. I thought you might have heard of him. Can I ask you if I could show you a way how to generate potentially an extra $500, $1,000 per month or $1,000 to $2,000 a month in and around what you're already doing that wouldn't take too much extra time? Would that be something of interest? So you acknowledge what they say, and then you say, can I ask you if I could show you a way of generating an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month around what you're already doing that wouldn't really take up too much extra time? Would that be something of interest? Would you be interested to have a look? Could I send you something? Yeah, would that be of interest? Get them focused on what they're after. Find out are they after this? If they are, don't get focused on all the reasons why not, all the reasons why too. Corinne?
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Hi, everyone. I just have sent a message to someone that I hadn't been in contact with for a while. And it's more for the product. A while ago, she sent me a message and I replied back. And probably that, I know that what mistake I made. She wanted to find out about the Juicy Body Transformation Program. So I sent her the pricing. She said she really wanted to lose weight. She tried pretty much everything. And when I sent her the price point, she didn't get back to me. So that was back in April when the last shred was starting.
Yeah.
So now I've sent her a few things, you know, through, you know, in May I sent her something, then in June, 24th of June, and then tonight I sent her, hope you had a beautiful weekend, how I wanted to apologise, I haven't touched base in a long while, I've had so much crazy cool stuff going on, blah, blah, blah.
Awesome.
And then she sends a message back saying, hi, yes, I know, crazy busy. What did you want to chat about?
Just say, I know last time I spoke to you, you were keen to get results. I'm interested to know how have you been able to make any progress there?
Okay.
So, Corinne, you said you realised what you would be able to improve on. So you didn't do anything wrong. Okay, there's some stuff we can improve on. What is it that you felt like you could improve on?
Because she's the sort of person I've been trying to get a phone call happening, but you know, she's got 2 little ones, and yes, you know, she's got a busy life and everything, and I think I just sent her the information that she wanted probably too soon, and maybe the price point might have scared her, but that's just So have you ever spoken to her on the phone? No.
Yeah. Can I encourage you guys, never, ever, ever send the price before you chat to them on the phone. Ever.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Unless you are someone who has got massive trust, respect with that individual, that they'd do anything you say, I would never, ever, ever send prices over the messenger before I've spoken to them. Because the thing is, guys, people don't buy on logic. They buy on emotion most of the time, right? So if there's no emotion, right, there's no real vested, like, what do you really want? And they're not really emotionally invested in what this could be for them, then they only look at the cost, not the value.
Yeah.
And then once they're gone in their head that this is too expensive, they're gone. It's so hard to turn them around.
Yeah.
Because they're like, can't afford it, can't afford it, can't afford it, can't afford it.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like I'm like needy or
well, you're not.
desperate.
I think you do a good job following them up. But I think the thing is you've got to direct them into a call. Did you say I'm too busy with my kids and I can't talk on the phone ever?
No.
So where did that idea come from? She's too busy, she's got 2 kids and can't catch her on the phone.
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
Oh, just now, yeah, hun, yes, I know, crazy busy. So
no,
she's...
Go back.
Yeah.
Where did it come from in the beginning?
Never.
No, it did. Where did it come from?
Oh, just from me stalking her Facebook page.
Yeah. So it was your belief.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you this, Corinne, what's your biggest fear around this business?
Belief in myself.
Yeah. And what's your biggest fear around, what do you fear what people will say or do? What their perception of you? What's your biggest fear of someone's perception of you? What you'd hate them to think?
Not about me, but more about how, you know, if they don't get the results that they're after, you know, that it's back on me.
Really?
Yeah, that's just me, I guess.
Yeah, cool. Do you think when we talk about the belief in the product on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your belief in the product?
10.
What's your belief in the program?
10.
So why wouldn't they get results?
Yeah.
Can I suggest that maybe some of the belief is what if they say no? What if they, you know, what if they are busy? Well, I don't know. And I think all of us be careful of the stories we're telling ourselves when we are reaching out and following up. Like, oh, what if I'm pushy? Or what if they say no? If you don't follow them up, they've already said no.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good. So for me, unless I've suggested, hey girl, like it might be easy to connect over a quick chat. Like honestly, the time it takes to read messages, text back, bang, bang, bang. Like sometimes it's just Sometimes it's just a voice message. Just say, hey, girl, I'm just on the run, but I thought I'd leave you this voice message. You know what? I'm not sure if you're around later today or tomorrow, but I'd love to catch you for a quick chat. I'd love to let you know a bit more about the program. It's amazing. I love it since I've been doing this, but when's a good time?
Yeah, maybe I should do that then with her instead of writing a text.
Whatever you feel comfortable with, mate. I think a voice, sometimes people, just like Mel shared before, it's like, oh, wow, I heard her voice. Like I feel like I connected a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Awesome. Yeah, in and around what you're already doing. Yep. Can I ask you, just to answer Jess Fozzard, can I ask you if I could show you a way how to generate an extra potentially 1 to 2K a month in and around what you're already doing, right? That may not take too much, that wouldn't take too much extra time. Would you be interested to have a look?
Yeah.
Yeah, good share, Corinne. I appreciate you being vulnerable around it, because I know it is scary, and especially when you've got like everyone else watching, but I don't think you're any different to anyone else here.
Okay.
We're all got that, what will people think? Oh, what if they say no? You know, blah, blah, blah. But I want to encourage you guys that we all have that stuff. I have it too. There's times where I'm like questioning myself. I'm like, Adam, stop it. Just commit to the system.
Just do it.
Yeah. And what I'm also saying to you guys, like, I want you guys to understand that I'm not saying the system's perfect and it works every single time, but I don't know anything that works better right now. So I'm just going to do what I know works best. Not perfectly. I don't think there is a perfect. I don't think there'll ever be a perfect, but I don't know anything that's working better than this. So until I find that, and we've refined stuff and we share it with you guys when I come across stuff, I'm excited. Next week, I'm literally spending 1 on 10 with Eric Warre for a week in a mastermind group. I signed up for his quite good investment to go and spend after GoPro. He's got a 4-day mastermind group, and it's like $5,500 US. So it's a fair investment. And then I asked the girl who's the sales girl, how many people are doing it? How many of you got enrolled? And she said, at the moment, there's only 10 of you guys. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's going to be pretty special. So if any of you guys want to get mentored close with Eric Warre, there's a chance. Yeah, it's going to be cool. So I'm excited to bring back some cool content. I know Eric is certainly, I know that thing is all about what you think's big is small, and it's time to think bigger, taking this thing to epic proportions. So I'm excited to bring some cool content. So I may miss you guys next week, but I'll be hopefully even more exciting the week after. So it'll be fun. Other than that, you guys are doing a great job. I challenge you guys just to what we talked about the follow-up. Like, honestly, guys, imagine that every day this month, you sat down and you just said, all right, I'm going to have 5 minutes I'm just going to face the fear and do it anyway for 5 minutes. And I'm going to follow up at least 5 people in the next 5 minutes. And you just did that every day. You said, all right, time, it's my 5 minutes of face my fear, and just do that follow-up thing and just do it. I'm not pushy. I'm here to serve people. When I don't follow people up, then I'm making this about me. And when I make it about me, this thing doesn't work. So playful out, guys. You guys are doing a great job. I'm excited for what this month has to offer every single one of you guys. If anyone is coming to GoPro, I look forward to seeing you guys there. And I believe Kathy will be there. Jess will be there. So looking forward to seeing you guys at GoPro this weekend. And then hopefully you guys have got your 90-day game plan tickets sorted out for October on the Gold Coast. So go and find them in the Team Freestyle page. certainly be worth it, and look forward to seeing you guys soon. So awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed. Appreciate the feedback. Talk soon. Peace out.
Thanks, Adam. Night, everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks,
See ya.
everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.